What's up, trainers? Welcome back to PokePlayLab_DBSHQ, your go-to hub for elite Pokemon TCG strategies and master deck builds. Today, we're diving into a brand new master deck build featuring Team Rocket's Persian X and Dragapult X, and this tag team is an absolute menace in the current meta. With explosive synergy, tempo control, and disruption power, this deck brings the heat whether you're climbing the online ladder or crushing it at locals. Got a YouTube channel? Drop your link in the comments. I'd love to check it out and support fellow creators in the community. Don't forget to visit the community page to vote in the latest image poll and stay up to date on tournaments, raffles, and giveaways in the announcements playlist. Want to support the channel? You can donate through the Cash App link on our YouTube page. Every bit helps and keeps the content coming strong. So buckle up, trainers. It's time to unleash the chaos with Team Rocket's Persian X and Dragapult X. Stay awesome, stay sharp, and as always, keep playing. First up, we've got 4 copies of Team Rocket's Meowth, a basic normal-type Pokemon with 70 HP and 2 solid attacks. Pokémon Pilfer, 1 colorless energy. Choose a random card from your opponent's hand, reveal it, and shuffle it back into their deck. Fury Swipes, 2 colorless energy. Flip 3 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. For a basic Pokemon, Meowth packs some sneaky utility. Pokémon Pilfer can really disrupt your opponent's plans by removing key cards from their hand, especially if you hit something they were counting on for their next play. Fury Swipes adds a bit of luck-based power, land 3 heads. And you're dishing out a surprising 60 damage. It's weak to fighting types, times 2 damage, and has a retreat cost of 1 colorless energy. Now let's talk about the star of the deck, Team Rocket's Persian X. We're running 3 copies of this normal-type Stage 1 Pokemon, evolved from Team Rocket's Meowth. It has a solid 260 HP and 2 powerful attacks. Hottie order for 2 colorless energy. Reveal the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck. You may choose an attack from a Pokemon you find there and use it as this attack. Then, shuffle those cards back into their deck. Cruel Slash for 3 colorless energy, deal 140 damage, and your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Let's be real, Hottie order is the move you'll be using most of the time. Yes, it's a gamble. You're relying on the top 10 cards of your opponent's deck to reveal a Pokemon in a useful attack. But when it hits big. Copying a powerful move from your opponent's own arsenal can turn the game around instantly. But here's the key, if you already know that 140 damage from Cruel Slash will take the knockout, just go for it. Guaranteed damage plus confusion? Still a solid play. What I love about Persian X is the thrill. That moment of suspense when you look at those 10 cards and wonder, what am I about to pull off? Even if you don't find a huge attack, you still gain valuable intel about your opponent's deck. Seeing 10 cards gives you a read on their strategy, what they're running, what to prepare for, and how aggressive you need to be. So don't be afraid to roll the dice. This card is all about calculated risk and strategic reward. Weakness, fighting times 2. Retreat cost, 2 colorless energy. Next, we're running 3 copies of Mimikyu, a basic psychic-type Pokemon with 70 HP. It features 1 powerful ability and 1 attack. Ability Safeguard, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon X and Pokemon V. Attack Ghost Eye, for 1 psychic and 1 colorless energy, place 7 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon. This card is fantastic for stalling while you set up your board. Safeguard makes Mimikyu a major problem for decks that rely on X or V Pokemon. Many opponents will struggle to deal with it efficiently. In some matchups, Mimikyu alone can take down multiple Pokemon X or V just by avoiding damage and stacking pressure with Ghost Eye. Weakness to Metal-type Pokemon times 2. Retreat cost, 1 colorless energy. Next up, we're running 4 copies of Dreepy, a basic Dragon-type Pokemon with 70 HP and 2 attacks. Petty Grudge for 1 psychic energy, this attack does 10 damage. Bite for 1 fire energy and 1 psychic energy, it deals 40 damage. What makes Dreepy stand out is its typing. As a Dragon type, it has no weakness, which gives it more staying power in some matchups. It also has a retreat cost of just 1 colorless energy, making it easy to pivot in and out when needed. Next, we're running 4 copies of Dracloak, a Dragon-type Stage 1 Pokemon that evolves from Dreepy. It has 90 Hydrogen Phosphide, 1 ability, and 1 attack. Ability Recon Directive, once during your turn, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Choose one to put into your hand and place the other on the bottom of your deck. Attack Dragon Headbutt, for 1 fire energy and 1 psychic energy, this attack deals 70 damage. This card is a fantastic tool for hand control and consistency. Its ability helps you dig for key cards when you need them. setting up your next moves. And with 70 damage per turn, Dragon Headbutt gives it decent offensive pressure too. Plus, no weakness and a retreat cost of just 1 colorless energy make it a flexible option in both early and mid-game. Next, we're running 4 copies of Dragapult X, a Dragon Terra type Pokémon that evolves from Dracloak. It has a massive 320 HP and features the Terra ability, which states, as long as this Pokémon is on your bench, it takes no damage from attacks, yours or your opponent's. It has 2 powerful attacks. Jet Headbutt for just 1 colorless energy. This attack deals 70 damage, making it a solid, low-cost option. Phantom Dive for 1 fire and 1 psychic energy. This attack deals 200 damage to the active Pokémon, and also lets you place 60 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokémon. You can spread it however you like, either all 60 to 1 or 20 each to 3. Dragapult X is one of the main stars of this deck, offering both heavy pressure and flexible snipe damage. It pairs perfectly with Team Rocket's Persian X, giving you both disruption and raw power in one strategy. With no weakness and only a 1 colorless energy retreat cost, this card brings speed, power, and survivability all in one. Now let's move on to our supporter cards. We're running 2 copies of Crispin. This card lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards of different types. You reveal them, put one into your hand, and attach the other to one of your Pokémon, then shuffle your deck. Crispin is a fantastic card for energy setup and flexibility. If you're missing a specific basic energy to power up one of your Pokémon, this card helps you find exactly what you need. One energy goes straight to your hand, and the other goes directly into play. It's a smart way to stay energized and ready for your next big move. Next, we're running 2 copies of Airy. This supporter card lets you look at your opponent's hand and discard up to 2 item cards you find there. Airy is a disruption powerhouse, perfect for throwing off your opponent's strategy by getting rid of key items they might be saving for the right moment. It's a great way to mess with their setup and keep control of the pace. Next, we have 2 copies of Bill's Transfer. This card lets you look at the top 8 cards of your deck, then reveal and add any number of Pokémon you find there to your hand. The rest get shuffled back into your deck. Bill's Transfer is what I'd call a high-risk, high-reward supporter. Sometimes, you might hit a dry spell and find no Pokémon at all, but more often than not, you'll pull 2 or 3 solid Pokémon to boost your setup. So while it's not always consistent, when it hits, it definitely helps smooth out your game. Next up, we've got 4 copies of Boss's Orders. This card lets you switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokémon into the active spot, which can be a total game changer. The key here is timing. Only play Boss's Orders when you know you can knock out the Pokémon right away. Whether it's to finish off a damaged threat or pick off a weaker target for a quick prize card, it's all about setting up that decisive play. That's why I run 4 copies. It can turn the game in your favor instantly. Use it wisely. Next we have 1 copy of Cyrano. This supporter card lets you search your deck for up to 3 Pokémon X, reveal them, and add them to your hand, then shuffle your decks. When you need them most. Whether you're setting up early or preparing for a big swing turn, Cyrano helps you find exactly what you need. Next, we're running 3 copies of Rourke. This supporter card lets you draw 2 cards, then grab a basic energy from your discard pile and add it to your hand. It's a solid card for hand control and energy recovery, giving you just what you need to keep your strategy going, especially in longer matches where energy can get tight. Next up, we're running 4 copies of Arven. When you play this card, you can search your deck for 1 item card and 1 Pokémon tool card, reveal them, and add them to your hand, then shuffle your deck. This is super helpful for grabbing key cards like Electric Generator or Switch to set up your board faster. And for Pokémon tools you can get Bravery Charm. Arven gives you consistency and flexibility, helping you grab exactly what you need, when you need it. Now let's move on to our item cards, starting with 3 copies of Buddy Buddy Poffin. This card lets you search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokémon with 70 HP or less, and put them directly onto your bench, then shuffle. It's a key setup card in this deck, perfect for grabbing important combos like Dreepy, Mimikyu, or Team Rocket's Meowth early on and getting your board established fast. Next, we're playing 1 copy of Super Rod. This item lets you shuffle up to 3 cards from your discard pile back into your deck, in any combination of Pokémon and basic energy. While you can definitely mix it up, for example, shuffling back 1 Pokémon and 2 energy. I usually use Super Rod to recycle 3 energy, keeping my energy count healthy and ready for future turns. Next, we have 1 copy of Prime Catcher. This powerful card lets you switch one of your opponent's bench Pokémon into the active spot, and if you do, you also have to switch your active Pokémon with 1 from your bench. This is perfect for pulling up a weaker opponent for an easy knockout. Just remember, you'll have to switch too. Now moving on to our tool cards. We're running 2 copies of Bravery Charm. The basic Pokemon this card is attached to gets 50 HP. With Arven in the deck, we can easily search this tool when needed. Just remember, Bravery Charm only works on basic Pokemon, so it's perfect for cards like Dreepy, Mimikyu, and Team Rocket's Meowth, giving it much more staying power on the field. Just be mindful that once a Pokemon evolves, it's no longer considered basic, and the tool won't apply. Now let's move on to our energy cards. For this deck, we're running 7 Psychic Energy and 5 Fire Energy. This split gives us the consistency we need to power up our attackers quickly and reliably, making sure we always have the right type of energy when we need it. And that wraps up our Master Deck build featuring Team Rocket's Persian X and Dragapult X. This combo is an absolute powerhouse, Persian X for disruption and control, paired with Dragapult X for massive damage and bench sniping. Together, they can completely shift the momentum of a match in your favor. If you enjoyed this build and picked up some new strategies, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe to PokePlayLab_DBSHQ for more Pokemon TCG deck profiles, strategy tips, and gameplay breakdowns. Got ideas for future deck builds? Drop them in the comments. I read them all and might even feature your suggestion in